Expense of Nicky Southall. Arsenal looking for their 11th straight victory and still unbeaten away this season from Highbury left Thierry Henry and Sol Campbell on the bench. Dennis Bergkamp and Sylvain Wiltord started up front. Your commentator is Peter Brackley.
Lauren. Good movement again from Wiltord. Just kept it in as well. And the first chance of the game has fallen to Freddie Ljungberg, who has been in such sparkling form lately. Here's Vieira. What a dart through the centre from Freddie Ljungberg in typical fashion. He does that so often, and he very nearly made a clean connection. Great ball here from Vieira, well seen by Ljungberg. And Jääskeläinen managing to flip it away. Vieira. Parlour had come short for him. Good strike! Well, they've not had that many chances in this first half. This was certainly one for Ray Parlour. They hadn't closed him down, Bolton. Jokev. Showing a steely resolve, but not managing to find an opening. Maybe Ljungberg can now for Arsenal. Played it for Wiltord. Just about kept it in play. Here's Vieira. Now Bergkamp. Trying to flick it through, and he has done! And it's in from Ljungberg. Who else these days? Almost a smile of relief from Arsene Wenger. It's been hard going for Arsenal so far. Well, that man Ljungberg has done it again. 6 in 6 games now. He is in such a hot streak. It wasn't over the line from Wiltord. One or two Bolton defenders maybe lost their concentration, thinking it had gone out. Great little pass in from Bergkamp. And there was Ljungberg to pounce. England beware. Freddie Ljungberg is in magnificent form. Now Vieira. Oh, he did superbly, that Vieira. Showing real quality. So did Bergkamp. Wiltord, it's two. Bolton are open up so easily. And it's Dennis Bergkamp, the architect again. Wiltord, the beneficiary. And Arsenal have taken a firm grip on this game. Some brilliant football. Bergkamp slotted on, he was clearly onside there, Wiltord. Just picking his moment to slot it beyond Jääskeläinen. Cole to Vieira. Now Ray Parlour. Wiltord is onside. The flag stayed down. Still Wiltord. Off the post, Bergson. Parlour came hurtling in, but somehow Bolton survived. Wiltord was in the clear. He made that diagonal run to beat the offside trap. Defenders struggling to get back. I think Jääskeläinen just got a hand to that, maybe took the sting of it. Did it cross the line? It must have been a close call. The arrival of Ricketts seems to have given the crowd a lift. Hasn't scored since the middle of January now. In goes Ricketts! Just couldn't get a touch. Across comes Yuri Jokev. The goal to get his cross in too. That was Ricketts. Surely it was Nolan. And somehow it was clawed out by David Seaman. Dixon stumble. That was at hand. Charlton. Off the post! Terrific effort from Nolan again. Jokev! And Seaman right behind it. Well, he's come as close as anyone, Kevin Nolan, to scoring for Bolton tonight. Wiltor. Cole. Might go all the way here. Ashley Cole! So nearly 3 for Arsenal. That would have settled it.
16 goals for the season now for you. Formidable form. Where's all this come from, this form for Freddie Lundberg?
I don't know. I was very sad when I was injured for 8 weeks or something, so I'm very, very pleased that I was a bit worried if I could get in form again in the end of the season, but it worked out all right anyway.
1 point at Manchester United, the title is yours. Simple as that. You probably know the maths.
Just 1 point at Old Trafford, that's not an easy thing. We know that's a very tough game, but of course we're going to do our best. But I want to take one game at a time, and now it's a cup final in the weekend.
So that result leaves Bolton where they were, safe in 16th place on 40 points. Arsenal's 13th away win of the season moves them 5 points clear of Manchester United, who they play next at Old Trafford. Well, I'm delighted to say we can now join Arsene Wenger at Bolton. Arsene, your players celebrated as if they'd won the title at the end of that game, have you?
Well, no, we have not won the title yet, but we will win it. We believe we will win it. But we knew it was a big game for us tonight, and that's really, we are close to it now, and of course we want to finish the job.
Arsene, you're now in a very comfortable position that you can go to Old Trafford and win it. I mean, that would certainly be nice, wouldn't it?
Exactly, but it's a big game, and before we have another big game, because we play Chelsea on Saturday, and we come back to the FA Cup final like we were last year, and this time we want to win it.
You can also, of course, afford to lose that game, which is what you wanted to be in that situation, isn't it, to go to Old Trafford and not have that pressure? Well,
it was a very tricky game tonight, because going to even a draw was a very bad result for us tonight because of a goal difference. And that's why we were under a lot of pressure, and of course the players were very happy after the game. Once again, they were remarkable and did the job.
Arsene, can I just say that your away form this season has been absolutely incredible. I think 13 away wins and undefeated. I mean, it's sensational. What can you put that down to?
I believe to the first game, of course, we won the first game away from home, and to remarkable spirit of the team. You know that if you want to win so many times away from home, you need to dig deep and to have a great team spirit, and that was really outstanding this season.
You've had very many players who've had phenomenal seasons. Robert Pires was flying before he got injured, but Freddie Lundberg seems to have stepped up and taken hold of that kind of mantle, doesn't he, as your player of the moment?
Yes, that's how the team worked up to now, is that we had at some stage 10 players out and still won some big games, because the squad has everybody took responsibility when we had injured players, and the squad was remarkable.
Arsene, you now focus your thoughts on the cup final. Obviously a massive game. You're basically 2 games away from a double, an incredible double.
Well, yes, that's what we want to achieve, and that's why even after the game, players were happy outside, but inside in the dressing room, already focused again on Saturday's game.
Have you enjoyed this season, Arsene?
To work on daily basis with the players was absolutely a joy, and it's a privilege to work with the players, with their spirit and with their enthusiasm every day, and that was really exciting, yes.
Congratulations. I'm sure there might be a little bit of bubbly on the way home tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Arsene Wenger, slightly coy, not wanting to look too over the top, Nigel, there, but the players definitely celebrated at the end of that game as if they'd won the title, didn't they?
I think so, yeah. I think they realised that tonight was a big game, and if they won tonight, they fancy going to Manchester United and getting a point to win the title.
Obviously, they didn't want to have to go to Manchester United and need 3 points. That wasn't the ideal situation, was it?
Not really, no. I mean, if they hadn't won tonight and then Manchester United had beat them, then you know, Arsene Wenger's been saying all season that they're going to win the league this year. It looked a bit silly there.
Many times we've seen this season, though, Nigel, it's incredible. Bergkamp threading the ball through, and that man's just in some vein of form at the moment, isn't he?
Well, every time Freddie's getting the ball in the box at the moment, he's scoring goals, but it's not only his run, but as you say, it's the pass, and it always seems to be Dennis Bergkamp at the moment as well.
Wiltor there, many players, as we mentioned before, Rob, who've had phenomenal seasons. Pires earlier on, Henri's been in incredible form. They seem to have just all peaked at the right times, don't they?
I think they're all fantastic players. I mean, even their bench, their bench tonight, they had Henri and Campbell on their bench, which is no other team in the country can do that. So, and tonight I thought they won at a canter. Really, they got their 2 goals, and Bolton had a few attacks in the second half, but they were never getting back in it.
We touched on Lundberg there, I mean, but his goal ratio from that position is sensational, isn't it?
Yeah, he's fantastic. I said to Nigel, you can't pick him up. You know, he starts wide and then he comes in very late, makes great times. He runs fantastically, and he's a very, very good finisher. So he's certainly a weapon they've got.
Mm-hmm. Let's have a look at the top of the table, Nigel, as it stands this evening, and the remaining fixtures. Of course, we all know about that huge game that it could have been so huge, but it's not as important now. But of course, the Arsenal players would like to go to Manchester United and win the title, wouldn't they?
I think so, yeah. Speaking to them after the game last week, that the ideal situation is they go there and they want to win, obviously, but they know now a point would be enough to take the title away from Manchester United and at Old Trafford as well. I think they might celebrate then.
You think the key to this season has been the away form? We mentioned it there to Arsene Wenger. They've doubled the amount of games that the points that they've taken from games away this season compared to last season.
Well, just look at that there, 5 wins last season, 13 already this season. I mean, you can't say what the difference is there. I mean, how does a team change that round in a season? I think it's just belief.
And did you know that the last team to not win, to win away all season was Preston in 1888? Got that stat out really clean, didn't I? 1888, Preston were the last team there. Incredible,
but as cleanly as it deserved, actually.
Football was just the same back then, wasn't it?
Well, I tell you what, Rob. I mean, we touched on it briefly. That Lundberg, he seems to time his runs from the midfield. It's just instinctively, as if he knows that Bergkamp's the timing of passes. Just wonderful to watch, eh? Yeah,
I think so. I think, you know, Bergkamp reminds me a lot of Peter Beardsley when he used to play for Newcastle in England. He comes off, he gets the ball, he turns, and as I say, Lundberg makes great runs, times them so well, and Bergkamp puts it on a sixpence for him, really.
Probably that's the hardest thing for a defender, I'd imagine, the late run from the midfield player. I mean,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I used to do it a few times when I was a lot younger, I think. I don't get in there so much now, but yeah, if you time your run, and you know, a lot of teams play offside, but you can beat it quite easily.
Yeah, thanks just now, boys. Well, the title's certainly within touching distance for Arsenal and their supporters now after tonight's very comfortable victory at Bolton. We thought it only fair to give our Arsenal supporter Lally a night out at the Reebok. And she's here at the stadium just now with Martin, our Bolton fan. Lally, is it all over?
I hope so, Ali. I really, really hope so, but I wouldn't dare to presume, you know me.
And have you been celebrating with shanking pills?
I beg your pardon? Celebrating with what?
It's just the fact that Martin is about 3 feet higher than you. Can you stand on your tiptoes? We'll lose it. That's it, mate.
I'm on tiptoes now.
So what's on the cards tonight, then?
What's on the cards now?
Yes.
Just a bit of celebrating on the way home, Ali. You know how it is.
And are you going to take that man with you?
This one, no. I'll take my boyfriend with me instead, if that's all right.
I'll tell you what, Martin, with all due respect, I mean, you've got every reason to celebrate as well, haven't you, staying in the division?
Absolutely, absolutely. Everyone's really going home a winner tonight. It's just been fantastic. The atmosphere was brilliant. And, you know, it's a bit of a shame that we couldn't have done Man United a favour, obviously. But there weren't too many tears, I can tell you.
That's charming of you. Lally, do you think, I mean, you haven't won it yet, but do you think you deserve it?
Yes, I do. Absolutely, Ali. We've been consistent enough where it counts, especially away from home, and just keep plugging away, as I've been saying all season, boringly enough, I know, but game after game, and if we just keep our heads now, we'll do it.
And what's the next thing for you? A double and winning it at Old Trafford, that would be perfect, wouldn't it?
I'm dreaming of that, mate, but I'll take it anywhere. Well, the title anyway. I had to go and do that, didn't I? I promised myself I wouldn't do that, and I went and did it.
It's Anna that we rely on for those lines, isn't it?
Great.
The water.
Has Anna written your script down there, Lally?
She has. She's been giving me tips on it, absolutely.
Well, listen, well done, you two, and have a nice night tonight.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot.
See ya.
Cheers. Up the Arsenal.
Ali, can we just get this shrinking pills?
It's shrinking pills.
Shrinking
pills. What did it sound like as a matter of interest?
No, let's not go there. Okay. The double then still very much on for Arsenal. Reaction from our Liverpool and Manchester United camp after the break.